everybody. Welcome back to the Point C Podcast, episode 4, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 4. Yeah. Let it out, Noah. Let it out, motherfucker. Yeah.
Got it.
So welcome, everybody, back to the episode. To the show. Yeah.
Did you say Point C Podcast or did you say Minecraft Podcast?
If I said Point C Podcast, I meant Minecraft Podcast. Yeah. Yeah. How you been, Noah? How you been?
I had a day today.
Yeah?
Maybe we can talk about that. Maybe we can add that to the list. But yeah, I'll talk about that later, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Bet. All right. Helldivers. Have you heard what's been going on with that?
Yes.
So
I don't play that game because I can't. If I could, I would be playing it right now.
Yeah.
But because it looks superiorly fun, like I really want to play that game. But anyway, PlayStation or Sony has capitalized on that game by making it so you have to make a PSN account in order to play the game. And there are over 100 countries.
Over 100, yep.
100 countries that aren't able to make PSN accounts. So they basically blocked Helldivers 2 in all those countries.
Yep.
Bless you. And that's the drama going on. So everybody's been making memes about that. Everybody's been complaining about that. And yeah.
And like, keep in mind, this isn't small countries. By definition, Japan was not able to play this game anymore because the thing is how this was worded and how it was set up is that it was PSN accounts. They aren't known as PSN accounts in Japan. They're known as something else. There's something different. Like they just work differently. So even Japan wasn't able to play this shit. Like it was crazy amount of like Chile was on there. I think Brazil was on there. Like a bunch of these countries that you would be like I think when people first read that headline, they're like, oh boy, Haiti can't play the game. But it was like, no, it's like huge countries. And it was beyond that too, is that they were like, all right, we're also going to delist it in those countries. Dude, can you imagine being in a country where you already bought this game and then they decide, we're taking it? That should be illegal. Like, I really think that game delisting like that should be absolutely illegal. Because, I mean, literally, it is robbery. Can you think of another industry where you're able to buy a product and then they just take it from you because they feel like it?
Can I? I don't know.
I mean, the only thing that I can actually think of is well, I guess this is streaming in general. You know.
Like yeah.
Streaming in general. Yep. I mean,
streaming services.
Yep, I mean, we've lost movies and shit like that because of this. I mean, Sony delisted a bunch of films.
28 days later.
Yep.
Can't watch that.
Yep. You can't watch that one?
On streaming, nope. Can't watch that one. You got to buy the DVD. That's why the DVD prices have gone up on eBay for that.
Interesting. Actually, I did know that because my roommate owns that on DVD. He's like, it's one of my favorite things ever. Anyway, but yeah, no.
Is that Sam?
No, that would not be Sam. That would be the guy that I yelled at in the video. That would be him.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, tell him that I think he's cool because he has 28 days later on
Dude,
DVD.
He has all kinds of cool shit on DVD. Except he does have an L take in thinking that the Mario movie was bad.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, why?
He just felt that like he was kind of in the camp that felt like it was just a kid's movie, which I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. But, you know, he kind of was hoping for something deeper.
The only thing that I don't like about that movie is that they had to use licensed music in that movie.
Yeah, that is true. They did use licensed music in that movie.
That's the only thing I can't stand about that movie.
You know, and I agree, but at least they didn't pick like modern music. They picked 80s music. So I guess yeah. So I mean, but I do agree that I would have liked more Mario music. I will say though, I did like the Mario Brothers music that they added, the remix in there. That was cool. Anyways, that's a whole different discussion about the Mario movie. But so then after Helldivers 2, you know, people were yelling at him on Twitter like, "Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?" They then their public relations manager told somebody, "I thought that you were boycotting," in response to somebody in the Discord being like, "Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?" So, you know, not great to say to the people that have been supporting your game. So everybody was like, all right, we're boycotting this. They aren't, which is really funny because remember, this game is about spreading democracy. This game is about spreading freedom. And then they're like, actually, we're going to restrict you. That's really funny to me. Anyway, so then eventually, just yesterday, Sony finally was like, all right, we hear you. We are going to step back this decision. We're going to relist the game in those countries that we took it off of. And for the seeming part, they were like, all right, cool. We are going to go back on this decision. So we thought. But how they worded their tweet was, we're still figuring out what we want to do. And meaning that I think that they're going to just find another shitty way to put this thing into the game. I think that they're going to find a way of making it to where you do have to link a PSN account or you have to link an account in some way. And I think that's a really bad decision because you don't need to. You don't need to. But yeah, I think that this is really bad optics from Sony. They just need to learn to sit back and let the game make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Speaking of gaming,
yes.
Well, not gaming drama, publisher drama, I guess.
Publisher drama.
Microsoft shut down, I think, 3 Bethesda studios today.
Really? I did not see that. What did they close?
The studio that made Redfall, they closed that one down. Yeah. They also closed down the studio that made, I'm blanking on the second one, we look it up. Xbox, Bethesda. Yeah, they axed Arcane. Okay. Tango Gameworks, which made Hi-Fi Rush, and then they axed. I can't read these because people put an X. They axed the studios that made Prey and The Evil Within.
I don't know what to say. Like, I don't. So when they dissolved these studios, did they fire these people or did they just move them to another part of Bethesda, or do we not know?
I really don't know. Let me look and see if I can get more information about this.
Because if they're just downsizing Bethesda and being like, hey, we're going to cut out these studios, but we're going to move you guys around, that's fine. But I'm surprised that they cut out Hi-Fi Rush. That game sold really well, I thought. But, Arcane, though, I can't blame them. Redfall was a complete disaster.
They closed them. Okay. Let me just go on the IGN website because I can't find it on Twitter.
I can't blame them for shutting down Arcane, though. That fucking Redfall's ass. I genuinely cannot blame them for being like, nah, you guys are done. Which
Today's
sucks,
top story. It says that they were working on a big Redfall update before they closed the studio.
Yeah, I mean, I bet Redfall was probably the big decision for that because, like, who bought Redfall? I sure as hell didn't. But it sucks when game studios close. But hope that not a ton of people lost their jobs. But
okay. The makers of Mighty Doom, Alpha Dog Games, is also going to close. It's going to be that studio. Roundhouse Studios will be absorbed by the Elder Scrolls Online ZeniMax Online Studios. Okay. No updates for Redfall. Arcane Lion, I don't know, which is working on Marvel's Blade, survived the call, as does Bethesda Game Studios, Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, Starfield, and Machine Games, Indiana Jones and Great Circle. Good. Game developer id Software is also unaffected. Good. Those are the only ones I like. I don't really care for. Well, Prey looked cool. I haven't played that yet.
Prey's really good. This brings me to another thing.
This prioritization of titles and resources means a few teams will be realigned to others and that some of our colleagues will be leaving us. Okay, so some people are going to be fired, some people are not.
Okay. I mean, for the most part, I think that this might be a good thing, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I think that Bethesda has been bloated for years. And I've been very vocal in my opinion on Bethesda games. So I get it. But yeah, it sucks to see anybody lose their job, but what was I gonna say about that though? I had something in particular. Uh, oh yeah, this leads me to another point. I wish that we could just decide that one studio could be in charge of Marvel games at this point. It's ridiculous how many fucking studios we have working on Marvel games.
I like that though, because then you have more takes on Marvel games.
Yeah, it's cool until it's like, oh yeah.
If it was just Insomniac making them, it would literally just be a third-person point of view open world game every single damn time.
Okay, fair enough. I I just think it's so hard. It's just annoying every single time that I read, oh yeah, this new Marvel product is coming out, this new video game, but this time it's exclusive to Sony. This time it's exclusive to Xbox. This time it's only coming to PC. It's like, can we make up a decision? Can we? Like, that's a little frustrating to me.
Now that's annoying because that's corporate greed. But
Yes.
look what happened when we had Star Wars games being made by EA exclusively.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
And now we're not. So, and people are like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You do serve a good point. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what they do for a Blade game, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you remember that clip of Jeff Keighley on the stage? And he said the N-word.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded like he said the N-word,
Yeah.
but he didn't.
I forgot that happened. Oh, Jeff Keighley. What a guy.
And the other dude standing there was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was pretty legendary. Yeah, so I have a question for you though, Noah.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
I heard that you make a legendary sandwich.
The Chief.
Tell us about the Chief.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
it's I'm gonna be real with you. It's not really an original thought. I didn't think this up originally. Me and my girlfriend, we went to this coffee place and they were serving these sandwiches, and I got a ham and pimento, like grilled cheese kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I tried it, and then we both loved it so much that we went to the store and we got some ingredients to make it at home. She didn't end up liking it, but I ended up really liking it the way I made it, because she wanted it to taste exactly what it was in the place. But I mean, you can't really replicate something unless you go there again. But I ended up really liking it, so I started like tweaking it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some pimento cheese with jalapenos from my local store, and I added that, and it made it taste like 10 times better with that. So then I did that, and then I put garlic salt in between the cheese. Okay, let me read out the recipe. Read out the recipe. Okay. So you take 2 slices of white bread.
Yes.
You spread pimento cheese with jalapenos. It doesn't have to be with jalapenos, but it makes it better in my opinion.
Right.
Onto 1 slice of bread, and then you take a pan and you turn it up to like 6 on the stove. I don't know how stoves work other than that, but basically melt the butter in the pan like that and coat the surface of the pan in butter.
Yeah.
How you normally would do that.
Yeah.
Sprinkle garlic salt onto the pimento cheese that's on the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Then drop the bread into the pan, not the side with the cheese, dumbass. The side without the cheese on it, of course.
Yeah.
And then fold a slice of Black Forest ham in half and lay it onto the pimento cheese side.
Ooh, okay.
Then,
okay.
if you want to get a little crazy with the garlic salt, you can sprinkle some garlic salt on the ham if you want. I don't personally do that, but if you like salt, if you're a smoker and you like salt, do that.
What?
Because smokers like salt.
Is that a thing?
Apparently smokers, if they smoke a lot, they start to lose their taste, and then they need a lot of salt in order to enjoy their food.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, okay. Moving on. Lay an American cheese single on top of the ham, and then sprinkle more garlic salt on top. Put the other bread slice on top of all that, and then take the spatula, if you have one. If you don't have a spatula, you're fucked. I'm sorry. And then smash it down. Smash the sandwich down. If you can't flip a sandwich like me, and you need to do that, then do that. But if you can flip a sandwich, then you're fine.
Right. Okay.
Um, flip around until it's golden brown on both sides, and then enjoy your chief.
All right. This sounds.
When it cools down, of course, because
Yeah.
it's kind of hot.
This sounds pretty good. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make this. It does sound pretty good. I'll be real.
If I'm thinking of an idea for a deluxe chief,
Okay.
where you put another American cheese single in between two pieces of ham,
Okay. Okay.
and then you put pimento cheese on both sides.
Okay. Okay. Now we're getting crazy.
And that would be a chief deluxe. But that's only like once a month kind of thing, because you don't want to have too much dairy in one month. You know?
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait for next week to hear a report back about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hard with the chief.
Yes, sir. Noah's gonna go
That
hard with the
sounded
chief.
weird,
Yeah.
So yeah, and if you want, you can eat it with some apple slices.
You know what? W pick. I said this to Noah already when he explained to me the sandwich, and I said W to the fucking apple slices. Good pick.
This all stems from when I used to play video games with y'all on Sundays.
Yeah.
My mom would literally make me a grilled cheese with grilled cheese with apple slices on Sundays for lunch.
W.
My mom used to do that. So this kind of comes from that.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make this thing.
This is Point C's staple recipe right
Yep.
now.
This is the one. Fuck the cut and the onion. This is the important thing.
Well, maybe we could put some onions on the sandwich.
Dude, I think that'd be so funny is if we do a video together at some point IRL where we make this thing, but then like I just stand there and watch the whole time until the onion comes up, and that's the only thing I do. Is I
All right, Hunter, you gotta cut the onion. And then I'm just waiting there for an hour, and then it's already cold.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, it's done. Okay, well, it's cold now.
It's cold. You fuck. Yeah, no, this sandwich does sound delicious.
That's yes, definitely.
Mhm.
It's a thing. I made it for my dad the other day, and he was like, wow, "This is really good. This is really good."
Son, you have impressed me. Oh, fuck.
I need food.
I have some carrots here. Hold on. I fell down a hole.
You have what?
Carrots. Is this we find out in the Point C lore that Noah's a carrot hater?
I love carrots in real life, but in Minecraft, they just don't satisfy my hunger as much as the chief.
Dude, for real. At Point C, we only drink W energy and only eat the chief.
We eat the chief.
That sounds
so weird.
Yeah, you know
That's
those.
what Maki did in season 1.
Yep. You know, like that fucking that helmet that they released for Halo 3. It's like that. We just eat that.
We melt the cheese in that, and we just eat the chief helmet. We put ham in there and eat it.
It's a very expensive meal.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that those are pretty pricey online.
Yeah, definitely. Did you put lapis in there?
For now, yeah. I didn't know where you wanted it. You put iron in there.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I did. Okay. Anything else you want to say about the chief, or are we good?
No, man. I think we're good on the chief. I'm excited to try it though. I will give an update on Twitter. Maybe even like a little YouTube short of me trying the chief. We'll see.
Okay. You gotta like when you make that video, make it a whole video of you just making that sandwich.
Bet, dude.
You could put the clip of me talking about it while you're making
there we
it.
go.
And like,
There we go.
when I'm talking about the recipe, you could just like put that in there.
Yep, there we go.
I don't know. ASMR cooking with Kevin James.
Yeah, dude, maybe I'll do that next week once I get home because oh my god, dude, I'm fucking packing is a bitch.
Pimento cheese spread.
Boy, Kevin James is gonna be proud. Kevin James knows how to make
Spatula squash.
Kevin James knows how to make a good sandwich. Look at the man.
Bologna sandwich.
What do you think Kevin James'
What's
favorite
next?
soup is?
Favorite soup?
Yeah.
Definitely a Caesar salad.
Yeah, I agree.
Tomato basil with Italian bread.
You know what? I was leaning towards that. That like I was picturing him for some reason eating that.
Tomato basil with Italian bread. He would make a whole video about that.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like bread, tomato, yum.
This is part of the point C lore, I'm pretty sure already, but fun fact, I hate tomatoes.
Even in soup?
Yep, I don't like
that?
tomato soup.
You don't like tomato
No.
basil soup?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I don't like ketchup. Really, the only thing that I eat with tomatoes is like pasta sauce.
Okay. Okay. I mean, you're disrespecting one half of my culture, Hunter. But you're praising the other, so that's fine. I mean, you make the pasta with the tomato sauce.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's good. But fucking put.
But you
tomatoes
don't cook
on
the pizza.
Oh no! Well, okay, fair. Okay, fine. It's good on okay, red sauce. How about that? I like red sauce. I just don't like ketchup. I don't like tomatoes in general. But red sauce is fine because it doesn't really taste like tomato. What's our next topic over there, Noah?
I just talk about how good this pork chop is.
Looks real good.
Top 10 foods.
Top 10 foods. I don't even know why I'm still even down here going for iron, but you know, here we are.
Okay, you want to talk about your new series?
Ooh, yeah. So, if you haven't already, there's a new video on the channel. That's part of a new series called Point C Reviews. If you haven't watched it, what's wrong with you? But it is inspired by OTK and some old Eric Andre stuff. It's essentially kind of a React series. Basically, what this series is going to be is that it's going to be sitting down with some of my friends, some people that go to my school, some people that I just know in my life, and we're basically just gonna be reacting to content. And first episode is live now. This is probably going to be a weekly series. It's not right now because if you guys don't know, I'm still in school and I'm currently in the process of finals and moving back home for the summer. So I'm very busy at this point right now. So it's not going to be weekly. Down the road, though, I hope to make it weekly. And I'll be real. It's probably the most raunchy thing I've ever made on Point C. And, you know, I'm proud of it. I really am. It was a lot of fun. We looked at Daily Dose of Internet. We looked at Cooking with Jack. We looked at funny cat videos. We looked at Finster. We just looked at a few things on the internet that are just kind of classics, some things that we find funny. Essentially, we just go down rabbit holes and review it. So
you know what would be really funny?
What's that?
For you to do in one, maybe whenever I get on that show, maybe we could react to OTK reacts.
Dude, you know what's so funny is because OTK did that in the first episode. They reacted to Cowchap, who inspired OTK's series. So. But yeah, no, I do agree. I think that it would be really funny to just straight up just fucking look at OTK. That'd be really funny. But yeah, fair warning, it is pretty fucking raunchy. I kind of realized that today because I made this for a final and I made it and then I posted it, right? He's like, all right, cool, but it can't be over 3 minutes. Like, all right.
Uh-oh.
So I then made a cut down version. This happened today, by the way. So Noah hasn't even heard this.
Okay.
I made a cut down version that was 3 minutes long. It's obviously not as good. And, so we're going through it. And I for somehow did not realize that all the bits that here's the bits that I picked. I picked the first intro bit, obviously. I picked the bit of my hat getting taken off and thrown. I picked the Finster bit. I picked the 2 guys, 1 horse bit. I picked the Brokeback Mountain bit. I picked what was the other bit that I picked? I picked up the bit where I was like, get on your fucking knee, pussy. I picked that, and like,
okay, just tell me what you didn't pick.
Well, I didn't. Well, I don't know if you noticed there, Noah, but I mainly picked the bits that were the sexual bits that had to do with the.
Okay.
Yeah. So, first of all, as I'm sitting there watching it, the 3-minute version, I'm like, this is not great. Like, if you only watch those 3 minutes, you'd be like, what the fuck is this shit, right? And that was everybody's consensus. Everybody was like, this is real fucking bad. I was like, yeah, I know. But so I loved it.
You explained though, right? Like, this is just a
I tried.
down version.
I tried. They still didn't enjoy it. You would listen.
My only suggestion there is be like, okay, there's a longer version of this.
Yeah.
So can we just watch that?
Dude, I tried. I was
but,
like,
I mean,
because the longer version,
minutes,
the 3 minutes, like, there's only so much you can do in those 3 minutes, and it just isn't it. But that's okay, because that's not who it was made for. It was made for you guys. So but yeah, if you're interested, go watch it. It's just fun. If you're into Jay Schlatt, if you're into fucking old Opie and Anthony, if you're into old Andre or Eric Andre, go check it out. Really appreciate it. Put a lot of time into it, and it's gonna be a new series moving forward. And no, what do you think of it?
I really enjoyed it. It's thoroughly entertaining.
Yes, sir.
What I did though was I watched that, and then I watched an OTK video, and then I went back and watched it again, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty on par. I mean, for what you could have done, I mean, there's not, like, of course, you don't have the same budgeting and stuff like that. So what you were able to do was very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I can tell that you put a lot of work and love into it, and so that's cool. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What I will say is, like, he won't watch this video, so I'll say this. Even when I finished recording that, I immediately said in the group chat, I was like, okay, this was good, but Sam's acting was not the best. And I don't want to be mean to the guy. He won't watch this. He's not an actor. I want you to guess what he's studying and see if you're right.
What he's studying?
Yeah, what do you think he's in college for?
Acting.
No, that'd be funny. No, he's a fashion major. So yeah, acting is.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah.
That's why he was wearing that.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. Like, I've came to him with several different bits, and he, like, the first bit that he was in the I was watching that, and he was wearing something completely different. He's like, hold up, I got the perfect outfit for this. Like, that's his thing. So he's really good at that, but acting wise, it was not the best, but that's okay. I still thoroughly enjoyed.
I'm gonna be real. Yeah. I didn't want to say it because I was afraid he would watch it, but yeah.
Some of the acting was.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, it wasn't horrible or anything. I mean, it's just. I think if it was me or Vaughn there, I think it would have been better.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah,
I'm not trying to like self-glaze or anything. I'm just saying I think that'd be better.
Yeah, well, yeah, because here's the thing. He doesn't. I mean, that's not his thing. His thing is making clothes, right? So for us, it's like we've been doing this for 4 years, and Vaughn is somebody that's naturally funny and naturally good at that. But like, so moving forward, I do plan to get more people that are more kind of in our sphere and stuff like that. This is sort of the test and the pilot, just to see what it would look like. And I really hope that you guys are enjoying it, because I thoroughly, it's one of my favorite things I've ever made. For a long time, one of my favorite things that I ever made was probably that's so tough, because me and Noah go back and forth on this all the time. What our favorite Point C videos are. It's always so tough to pick just one, right? This right now currently is probably my favorite. Now it might just be that it's new, but it's something that is really funny. And like, while I love making gaming videos, it's just refreshing to be able to.
It was kind of like a milestone for us to be able to make something like this. And I'm not saying us as in
yeah,
I made it too. I'm just saying this was both of our idea of something that we wanted to make.
yeah.
Obviously I can't make that. Hunter's more in like an environment where he can do that. So, so yeah, it went great. I'm really proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
That's good.
Thank you. Yeah. One last thing about it, and then we can move on to something else. But obviously for the summer, I won't be here. But if you're an old school Point C viewer, you will know that I have a giant J-Schlatt fucking plush back home. And trust me, that'll be used in a video somehow. I don't know how yet, but it's going to happen. Oh, it's
okay. We'll see if that actually happens.
I'm planning on it. I just, who am I going to get to be in that video? I have no clue.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. What's next up on the docket?
Okay. Gotta make these a little quicker. I feel like it's gonna be quicker from here, though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's talk about the Superman suit.
Ooh, yeah. So if you guys don't know, James Gunn is making a superhero movie. He's making a Superman movie, and we got the costume design a couple days ago, and I think it looks pretty solid. Some people on Twitter don't like it. I think it looks just fine. I couldn't really ask for much different to be completely real with you, Noah. Like, I think it looks fine.
Yeah.
And most people, in my opinion, that are complaining about it are people that are like, it's not Henry Cavill. It's not Henry Cavill. I don't want it. Which, if that's really your mindset, fuck off. Things change. All right. I get it. He did a good Superman. I like Man of Steel too, but like, come on, buddy. But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed
Man of Steel 2 confirmed?
Yeah, I know, right? I did thoroughly enjoy the suit, and I'm excited to see this movie. I think that it's going to be a good time. It looks, to be honest, though, it does look like it's going to be a darker film than what I was completely imagining. And maybe it's just this shot, but I was expecting a way more brighter environment than what we got in this literal picture. But you know,
yeah, I kind of was imagining it to be a little more brighter because I mean, James Gunn, he was saying how he wanted to make it a little more of a hopeful Superman, like the comics. Which, I mean, we still might see that. It's just
yeah, it's true.
I love the vibe that they're doing. Where like, oh, gotta go do my superhero, and he's putting on his boots. You know, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, like, certain individuals on Twitter and other places are saying, "Oh, why is he taking his time to put on those boots while the city is being destroyed?"
Dude, shut up.
You're just looking for things to complain about. I'm sorry, you are. You're looking for things to get mad about because you just don't like James Gunn, or you just don't like David Corenswet as Superman because you're too sad about Henry Cavill not playing Superman anymore, and you're too fucking sad about Zack Snyder not coming back.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Just let it go.
Yep.
Let it go. If any of you are watching, just let it go. Just, I don't know, man. Just go cry in a river.
Dude, no, for real.
Go cry a river.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I think that's still complaining about Zack Snyder losing his spot in the DCU. It's like, dude, at this point, they're not bringing it back. Like, I'm sorry.
And look, I would love for that to happen, but it's not happening.
It's not happening.
This is me. I'm a fan of both people.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about both people. They're friends. And as much as you want to say that they're not friends, they're friends. They worked on a movie together. They both have talked about recently about each other and how Zack Snyder, he's happy for James Gunn that he's able to make these movies. And James, I think didn't he say something too? I forget.
I have no clue. Probably.
I think he's like, oh yeah, we like his movies or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But they're both friends. And I think, oh yeah. Somebody called out James Gunn on Twitter, not Twitter, on Threads, and they were like, "You hate Zack Snyder, you don't want to bring him back." And then he's like, "Hey, we're friends.
Yeah.
We worked on Dawn of the Dead together. I wrote that movie, he directed it."
Well, and then also Zack Snyder worked on the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, he was an executive he was
Yeah.
a producer on many
Yeah.
DCEU movies after he left.
Yeah. Like I don't understand this fucking, like, first of all, the amount of cope on Twitter that's like nothing could ever be as good as Zack Snyder. And that's fine if that's what you want to believe. But like, oh my God, man, who fucking cares? Who cares?
I'm not even showing my bias right now. I love James Gunn movies.
Yeah.
I love Zack Snyder movies.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, if it's how it is, it's how it is. If you don't like it, that's fine. Just don't try and ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because right now, as soon as that suit was announced, of course you get the people just being like, I don't really like it. And that's fine. You don't have to like it. But then you have the people who are editing it and making it look like Henry Cavill Superman, or they're saying, oh, Henry Cavill Superman's better. And you can't talk about a new thing without talking about the old thing. It's ridiculous. It's so annoying.
I mean, we saw it with Star Wars. You know, it's like the exact same shit.
With everything.
Yeah, exactly.
With everything.
Yep. It's
and I think we should leave it at that, because I could go on for hours about this.
Yeah, I know. At that point, yeah, I agree. Speaking of annoying fans, Stranger Things. What do you think of Stranger Things?
Oh yeah, the show.
Yeah, the show as a whole. Let's just start
seen
there.
It. Okay. Probably wouldn't like it.
Yep. Yeah, you know. All right. I'll be real. I watched the first 3 seasons. It's not a bad show. It's fine. It's a good Netflix show. And guess what? That bar isn't very fucking high. But guess what? The first 3 seasons, they're fine. But if we want to talk about a bad fan base, there's a few groups that I can't stand. K-pop, Stranger Things, and Euphoria. Mm-hmm. Those are the 3. That's the triangle of the people that I can't stand. I also can't stand CBM Twitter, but that's not a specific fan group. That's just the community as a whole for like Marvel, DC. That's a whole separate conversation about why they're fucking awful. But
yeah.
Have you seen some of these cringe edits that people have made for Stranger Things?
Yeah, a while ago. And I don't really like reliving it, but yeah, it's you got all these weird girls and maybe some guys. I don't know. I just saw a bunch of girls doing this, but they would pretend to talk to what was that character's
Axel.
name? Axel. I guess.
I think it was Axel that they were doing it to.
Yeah, they'd pretend that they're talking to him, and then they would do the pose.
Yeah.
From the show.
Yeah.
And it just made me not ever want to watch that show in my life.
I can't blame you. And here's my favorite part about that. Is you would think, oh, you know, these are some 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds. No. Some of the people I saw doing this were like in their 20s.
And that's the worst part.
Yeah. Yeah. You should be fucking starting a 401k, not fucking making these cringe fucking Stranger Things edits, man. It's some of the worst shit I've ever seen.
My parents at 30 versus me at 30.
Dude,
you seen those going on right now?
Those are funny. Those are funny because they're like, it's really funny because they're like,
I should make that for one of those people.
I know. Can't stand it.
Put that on the Point C reviews.
Yep. Oh, dude, actually, dude, you just gave me an idea. Yeah, no. Genuinely some of
cave, by the way.
What's that?
Found a cave.
Oh, sick. I found a couple too. What was it? Yeah, I think that edits in general are pretty cringe. I mean, I guess if you want to make a superhero edit, that's fine. But most of the time, I'm just like, is this what you're doing? See, this is where it really bugs me. I'm going to sound real pretentious here for a second. I really hate it when they make edits of superheroes by just cutting clips together from films, maybe adding a little music over it. And I'm not talking about Noah here. I'm talking about the people that do it on Twitter, not how Noah does it. And they're really fucking bad. And then they have the fucking nerve to put video editor. Nope, the watermark and put video editor. You know what? The watermark is pretty fucking tacky, but also putting video editor in their bio. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You used iMovie on your phone, fucker.
At least be creative. At
Yep.
least do.
Yeah.
At least like me. I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm creative at all. I'm just saying like I actually put some work into it and make it seem cool.
Noah puts work into it. He's uploading it to YouTube at least. And like they look better. And like they're also like some like I'm really trying not to be too much of a dick to these people.
I try to make them sync too.
Yes.
You know, with the music that I put over it.
Yep. It flows.
You're
and
literally
makes
just
sense.
putting a movie. Like I used. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I was a kid and I didn't know how to edit that well, I would do the same thing. But these people are like what 2 years younger than us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're pretending to be like professional video editors doing this shit.
I can't stand it. Like I see people all the time edit shit on their phone, and I'm like, dude, if you want to call yourself a video editor, I'm gonna make fun of you.
Yeah, and I actually edit videos, so I can call myself a video editor because I have experience doing that.
Exactly.
Just yeah, and I don't even make those really anymore. I just kind of I here and there, but
yeah, but you're also not in the CBM space like you used to be as well. So
true, and even if I was, and I made one of those, I make them well.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Subtitles, and I try to like make them sync up and everything, you know. But you're literally just putting a movie scene and your favorite song over it.
Yeah. Yep. That's video editing, Noah. Come on now.
Yeah, it's editing videos. I mean, it's just splicing together two things. I mean, I edited a video.
Yep. I edited a video.
I mean, the basis of what I'm supposed to do when I edit a video.
Dude, it took me 20 minutes. That's being way
My
too
God,
fun.
I edited a video.
Oh, dude. Oh, so tired from being a video editor. I put together a clip from Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 together. It's like the memes right now going around of like Siege players like getting really shitty kills. Then it's like, told mom to quit her job. I'm going pro. And clearly they're joking. But it's like shit like that. It's like, dude. Like, and like at times I feel like I'm kind of being a dick because it's like, I get that people start from somewhere, but my God, man, my God. When I first started editing videos and making them in iMovie, I wasn't posting them being like, dude, best shit I've ever made. Best shit I ever made. Whoop, put video editor in my bio, baby. To be
honest, it would have been the best shit you've ever made, though.
I mean, we talked about this. That's true. We talked about this last week, but it's like, can you imagine 14-year-old me that was editing those Minecraft videos, Goo Lagoon videos, and then he sees what he made.
You were 14? Yesterday? Oh my God.
No. Nope. I'm so sorry. I was not 14. I was 16. Yeah, I was 16.
That's still kind of young.
It's still pretty young. I mean, what you were? Yeah, I mean, oh, actually, you were
17.
Were you 17?
I'm a year older.
Right, but I don't know if you were quite
almost
7. Yeah, I don't know if you were quite 17.
No, I was not quite 17.
Yeah.
No. Like your birthday's February?
Yeah, I'm February.
Okay, so yeah. So you're 20 right now, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I'm still 22. Okay, so yeah. So sometimes I'm a year older than you. Sometimes I'm not.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I mean the point still fucking stands. It's like we weren't acting like Anyway, I mean, just don't make cringe edits. You know that shit lives on the internet forever, and I'll probably.
And if you do, don't promote yourself. You'll regret it later.
Yep, I'll probably call you out on Twitter because I think it's funny. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go next, Noah?
All right.
You know what? I'm feeling. Let's keep the film and TV discussion going. Planet of the Apes. I like the Planet of the Apes movies. I think they're pretty solid films.
Yeah, they're really good. I actually recently watched the original one, and I really liked it.
Okay, I've actually never watched the original. I've only seen the first 3. I've only seen I don't know who directed those, but
Rise of the Planet of the Apes was Rupert Wyatt, I think.
Oh, I thought that they were all the same. Never mind.
And then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes were Matt Reeves.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, no, I think that the first three are really good. I haven't watched the fourth one yet. I don't know if it's any good, but you know.
You're like that letterbox review that I saw of Alien 3.
Yeah.
And they were like me reviewing Alien 3, and they're like, it was okay. And then it says me remembering that Alien 3 was directed by David Fincher. Alien 3 is a film that
was yeah, me when I hear fucking I'm like, yeah, movie's pretty good. And then Noah's like, Matt Reeves made that, right? Perfect movie.
Best movie I've ever seen. Yeah, but for real though, they are really good movies.
They're really good.
And the new one's coming out soon this weekend, and everybody's loving it. So I'm glad to see that. I'm happy to see that.
All right. Yeah,
that's all I really wanted to say. Unless you got more to talk about.
I was just gonna say
your opinions.
I was just gonna say that I think they're fun movies. They are. What else was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh yeah, I think it's interesting that the new movie takes place like 100 years later.
300.
300. Which makes sense considering I like when movies do that when they're like, all right, we're gonna make a sequel to this movie, but we're gonna pass the torch on to a new director and they get to do what they want to do with it, and it doesn't affect the originals.
Yeah, exactly. And Andy Serkis is also involved in it. He's a producer, I think.
Okay, cool.
So he's been giving input, and I think it paid off because people are really enjoying it. They're like,
nice.
This is giving us a lot of room and a lot of new room to play in for a whole new trilogy. So I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And also obviously Matt Reeves is too fucking caught up making the Batman right now. So fair. And he probably doesn't even want to do another one. And I can't blame him. He did 3 of them, not 3 of them, 2 of them. So let that man cook. Let him. I don't care how long it takes for him to make the Batman 2. Brad's wrong, and that movie's fantastic.
You're right. You are 100% right.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Yeah, what's next up on the docket?
Let's see. How long have we been going?
46 minutes.
Okay. Let's talk about the Deadpool stuff real quick that I had planned to talk about.
Yeah.
And I have an extra thing about Kevin Feige. Okay. So there is this new little clip released of the movie, and behind them you can see a menu for a diner.
Mm-hmm.
And on the menu, it's like Joe's hash browns or something, Joe's breakfast platter or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, people are like, oh, is this Joe's Pizza from Spider-Man 2? And it's like, okay. First of all, they're in a diner, not a pizza place.
Yep.
Second of all, Joe's a very common name for a restaurant owner in movies. Yes. So I don't think so. But I hope I eat my words because that'd be cool.
That would be. It would be really cool. But I can already tell you it's just a giant coincidence.
I just don't want to expect too much from the movie because we already made that mistake with Multiverse of Madness. Multiverse of Madness was still a fantastic movie, but people were really hyping it up with all the cameos, man.
Yeah, I remember that, like with all the cameo shit, and maybe we even talked about it in a video. But we're like, yeah, dude.
It's gonna be such a cool movie. Oh my god, yeah.
Tobey Maguire,
Raimi Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, Hugh Jackman Wolverine coming back. Oh my god. No, that didn't happen.
Nope, none of that happened.
We only got like a few things, and the few things we got were like, less requested, but they were still requested things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Really, that's all for Deadpool. But yeah, new stuff.
Yeah,
I think talk about it.
I think it just reemphasizes the fact that CBM Twitter just needs to relax anytime anything comes out. Not everything needs to be read into like it's fucking. Oh my god, man. Anyway, I think that we just want to relive.
It's bringing me back to the what was he cooking?
Yep. That's a banger tweet of yours. What I will say though, I will just add this one thing, and I think what it is I think that it's CBM Twitter really wants to go back when we were waiting for Far From Home. Like Far From Home, or sorry, not Far From Home, No Way Home. No Way Home had a different type of hype to it. No Way Home, it was like because they kept it so well under wraps, every once in a while that a leak happened, it was like, holy shit, is this one real, right?
Yeah.
And I think that Twitter really wants that back because, I mean, let's be real. We were all, well, me and you we were both fucking excited. We were both refreshing Twitter all the time. No matter what the leak was, we were sinking our teeth in. And I think it's the exact same shit.
I remember when those came out, every time me and you would play games, I'd be like, okay, Hunter, did you hear the new Spider-Man leak that happened? And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, what happened now? I remember that. I remember that a
Yep.
lot, actually.
Yeah. It was a fun time in that history, but I'm sorry, it's not happening again. At least not for a while. I mean, it'll probably happen again, but it's not going to be
Probably for
this.
Secret Wars, but
Probably.
the thing about this is you don't see this many security breaches happening in Marvel. It's that was a Sony thing that happened.
That's true. That's true.
So, oh, and then don't forget John Campea showing off the picture.
Oh yeah.
And then being like, oh, I was told it was fake. That's why I took it down.
Yeah.
And then it not being fake when the movie came out, it was clearly real.
Wait, which photo did John Campea accidentally post?
That's another banger tweet of mine. He posted a photo of all three of them standing talking to Doctor Strange.
Right. That's right.
But like we didn't see Doctor Strange. That was the context of the scene.
Right. I remember that now.
And his the funniest thing ever was I tweeted about this and I still get likes on it for some reason because it's a joke that people make now, and I don't think I started that joke. Again, I think I started the cooking joke, but I don't think so. Maybe. But hear me out. I made a tweet and I said, okay. Well, actually, I gotta explain it first. So John Campea, he defended himself by saying, okay, you see the lighting effect, like you see Toby's lighting on there, and then you see the other side of his face. It's clearly fake. And then he's like, and I don't think I never thought I would say this in my entire online career, but take a closer look at Tobey Maguire's dick.
Oh yeah, I remember this clip now. That guy.
And I said, and I remember I tweeted that video out, and I said, okay, so how does John Campea know what Tobey Maguire's dick looks like?
Yeah, I remember that now. Well, isn't he like an alt-right guy, or is that somebody else in the CBM community?
I don't know. I used to watch John Campea. I used to send questions in for him, but yeah, he answered like 2 of them. But
oh, nice.
Yeah. I used to watch him, but not anymore because he's a little too. He just follows what everybody else is saying a lot.
Yeah.
You know, he's not very original.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that a little too late, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand commentators like that. Anyway, got anything else to add about this Deadpool topic, or we said
the Kevin Feige stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then we can talk about the most underrated films of all time.
Yes.
Actually, no. Well, yeah, we could.
Right.
Unless you want to talk about Terminator, we can choose one of those 2 things.
You know, I could talk about Terminator. Let's talk about Terminator after this.
Okay. All right. So the Kevin Feige stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he recently was in an interview talking about the current state of the MCU.
Yeah.
And he says he's comfortable with the MCU being the underdog again. I prefer being able to surprise and exceed expectations. And then he said, you'd have to live under a rock to not know that the last few Marvel movies have failed to ignite the world in the way that so many did. Actually, he didn't say that. Sean Levy did, the director of the new Deadpool movie. But basically, they know that people haven't really been liking the recent movies.
Good.
So that's good.
Good, because I don't want to pick on Twitter again, but like they still love that shit. But a general consensus is that yes, who the fuck cares about She-Hulk? I know that's not a movie, but that's just the example I'm picking. Who the fuck cares about the new Ant-Man? Who cared? I did not care in the slightest when that film was coming out, right? And like, yes, you watched it. Oh, the Marvels. I kind of forgot that even came out recently. But yeah, no, like I think that it's good that they're fucking finally realizing that nobody has cared in a good while. I mean, what's the last Marvel movie that you were actually really hyped for?
Guardians 3.
Okay. Yeah, and guess what? That's a James Gunn movie.
Yep, and they marketed that
Yeah, yeah, it was
because he
marketed
was
quite well.
becoming way more well known during the time that was coming out.
Yeah, the guy that's in charge of DC now.
Rightfully so, because I
Yep.
mean he's a great director.
Oh, he's yeah, great superhero director. I mean, he might be not my favorite. He's not quite my favorite, but he has made amazing stuff at this point. Like I haven't seen anything from him that is missed. The only thing that he's missed with is saying that The Flash was one of the best comic book movies he's ever seen.
I still I still want to understand him. If I ever meet him, I'll ask him that, and not in like a Snyder fan way. I'm just gonna be like, hey, I'm just curious, like, and I still enjoyed that movie, but I'll probably
Yeah.
ask him, be like, hey, can you just tell me why you think The Flash is one of the best comic book movies you've ever seen? Just to want to know why. I'm not trying to argue with
Yeah.
him or anything. I just want to
Yeah.
know why.
Yeah, in like
Um,
it's a good
just,
movie.
just because just want to hear his answer on that. That's all.
I agree. I maybe he's just seeing something in it that I'm not because I definitely don't think it was good enough to bring that director on as the third man in the DCU. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
he's good. I thought his Batman stuff in The Flash was good, so it's
Yeah.
good that he's gonna make the Batman movie.
Yeah, that is true.
Um,
He is in charge of the Brave and the Bold, so yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad that they're starting to realize that hey, we need to. I mean, I've been saying it for years. Fucking give us quality over quantity. That's how I always am with any type of media. Like
yeah,
the Batman Part 2 has gotten delayed 2 or 3 times at this point. Well, even the Batman Part 1 got delayed. Did I fucking complain then? No, I was perfectly fine. I
yeah, and
was
it got delayed again recently, and I'm fine with that too because I just want it to be good. I don't
yep.
care
It's still
how long it
2025, right?
takes. No, it got delayed to 2026 actually,
Okay, okay. But yeah, no, it's fine. I don't care how long it
or
takes.
was it 2027?
That's crazy if it's 2027.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it
Wow.
is actually that.
Wow, okay,
I
okay.
think. Let me see. The Batman delayed. The Batman 2, I should say. 2. All right, no, 2026.
Okay. I mean, hey, take your time. Make it good.
But yeah, you want to move on to Terminator now?
Yeah, let's talk about Terminator. Terminator. I've
All
only
right,
seen
make
the
it there.
first two.
This is actually a game.
Oh, it's a game. Okay.
This is gaming news. Wait, let me find the post because I
Fuck!
saw it and I liked it to talk about what happened.
I just got hit off by a zombie or something. I
All
was
right,
fine. It just freaked
so
me out.
so they recently announced Terminator Survivors.
Okay.
This is a game, and it's going to be a single player FPS with an offline mode.
Okay.
It will have 4-player co-op multiplayer,
Okay.
and it's being developed in Unreal Engine 5.
Okay.
A single T-800 hunts players as well as human and machine enemies. Original storyline with the lore from the first 2 movies, and it's going to be
Okay.
various factions are competing for dominance over territory and vital resources. Multiple drivable vehicles, cross paths with iconic figures from the saga as well as fresh faces. Customize, upgrade, and enhance your base of operations, and it's launching in early access on October 24th, 2024.
Okay. Okay.
Doesn't that sound cool?
It does sound really cool.
I saw this earlier and I was like, we should talk about this on the podcast
Yeah.
because this sounds cool.
So this may be a dumb question, but is our boy Schwarzenegger doing the voice for this or no?
Oh, I have no idea,
Okay.
but that'd be cool.
It would be really cool. Yeah,
Didn't
I
he
think
do the voice in Mortal Kombat?
Yes, he did.
Cool. So it's safe to say that he might.
I hope so. I mean, I think that would be great. I mean, I think that it would. I think that if you make it one of the selling points, like this is a Arnold Schwarzenegger video game, I think that people would love this shit.
Especially since all the stuff that you can do in this.
Oh, dude, it's. I mean, who knows? He probably literally has zero to do with this shit, but it sounds like a Schwarzenegger video game. Like,
Dude, being able to drive a bunch of vehicles and
mhm.
survive with your friends running from a T-800, that
Hey
just
man,
sounds really cool.
oh, man, we'll probably be playing it. I'll be interested. Do we have any gameplay yet?
No, we just have the. I think we just have the picture.
Okay. Okay.
I don't even know who's developing it. I'm gonna look it up. I could get disappointed real fast.
Yeah, can you imagine? The studio that made the Avengers game.
Developers: Nikon Studio Milan.
Sounds like a new studio that I've never heard of.
Nikon Studio.
Turns out it's a mobile game.
Oh God! I thought you were being serious for a minute.
No.
All right. Let's see what they've made. Our games. They've made 2 other games, and they're both motorcycle racing games.
Okay.
All right, let me see the Oh wait, is this the trailer? Reveal trailer?
Oh.
Okay, so are they being sent back in time to hunt people down, or what's this? Okay, so set after Judgment Day.
I don't know what Judgment
Okay,
Day.
so it's set in the future.
Okay.
In 4 years since the day humanity nearly perished, the truth of the event after truth is you emerge from a shelter and attempt to reestablish some semblance of society in a world that seems hell-bent on eliminating you. You are tasked with scouring the surrounding land for materials, information, other survivors, and key resources in order to establish a base of operations. But you're not alone. Skynet's machines are hunting you. They don't feel anything, they never stop until they complete their mission, eradication of all humanity. Alone or within a group of up to 4, lead humanity's rise from the ashes and unravel the truth behind the bombs, Skynet, and the Terminator threat. Cool.
Interesting. Okay. I'm definitely interested.
So it's going to come out. It's coming to Steam for early access.
Oh, of course.
Is it going to be on Xbox? Please be on Xbox. Is Terminator Survive? I keep saying Salvation. Survivors going to be on? Is going to yes. Okay. Following an early access period on PC. Okay, so after early access for PC, it's going to come to Xbox.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, does that wrap it up?
Yeah, we're at an hour. I do just want to mention I have a stack and 17 of iron cooking.
Okay.
So I think that we're done in the iron mine for a bit because at this point we have over 3 stacks. Well, I mean, at this point we'll have 4 stacks, 4 full stacks. So yeah, I think that we're done iron mining. So if you're sick of watching us fucking mine for iron, you don't have to anymore. We're done with it. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for. Thank you guys so much for watching the podcast or listening if you're on Spotify. Thank you all so much for listening. We hope that you are having a wonderful day. We'll be here next week to talk about some more crazy topics, I'm sure. And any closing statements, Noah?
I don't know if you wrote all that down. Make yourself a chief sandwich.
Yep.
You won't regret it.
Yep. Make yourself a chief sandwich. Join the Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Yeah. Have a good rest of your day, guys.
Oh, I should put part of the recipe for the chief sandwich at the end is subscribe to Point C.
Yep. There we go. That's part. If you want to make the sandwich correctly, you actually have to subscribe. That's part of the law. Anyways, have a good rest of your day, guys. Peace.